Brandon Hatfield here at halftime at Schollmeyer Arena, where TCU is currently up on West Virginia 30-27. The future major leaguers of the TCU lineup will have a nice taste of Major League Baseball as they travel to Houston to Minute Maid Park, home of the Houston Astros, to play a 3-game tournament this weekend. What a great night tonight of tennis, starting with great weather, great facilities, free food for students. TCU is searching for their first NCAA tournament bid since 1998, and every game now is crucial for the Frogs.
I'm Brandon Hatfield, and this is your look at sports. The Texas Rangers opened their season Monday at Globe Life Park in Arlington. A sellout crowd of over 48,000 watched as the Rangers battled their way to a 5-1 lead in the first 3 innings. Rougned Odor homered twice and drove in 4 runs in 3 innings. Cleveland's Edwin Encarnacion tied the score 5-5 with an 8th-inning homer off Matt Bush. The Indians went ahead against Sam Dyson in the ninth to take the game 8-5. A disappointing loss, but a promising performance from Odor. In his first 2 at-bats since signing a new contract, Odor became the first Rangers player since Ivan Rodriguez and Gabe Kapler to connect twice on opening day. That new contract, by the way, came with a big raise and 2 horses. That's right, horses. After a 14-year career with the Dallas Cowboys, Dallas continues to honor Tony Romo. After a personal invitation from Coach Carlisle and Dirk Nowitzki, the Mavericks signed him to a 1-day contract. While the quarterback didn't play, he did participate in a shoot-around before the game. Romo was honored by the outpouring of support from the Mavericks.
For me, it's a huge honor just to see that they want to do something, just to say thank you for your career and what you did to the city and help the city and the way that I've supported them. And so, I don't feel like I deserve anything like this. I feel like this whole week has been, this whole week has been, emotional in the sense of just the outpouring of support and people who appreciated you and loved you. And, I can't say enough.
Some of Romo's former Cowboys teammates were in attendance. Romo joked he might just get more street cred for his 1 day with the Mavs than his years with the Cowboys. In national news, the Washington Post reports that the man who was dragged off a United Airlines flight for not giving up his seat when they overbooked the flight was a semi-professional poker player. The 69-year-old man, Dr. David Dow, competed in the 2009 World Series of Poker. He walked away with $117,000. Unfortunately, he didn't have as much luck on Sunday. That's all for your sports update. Stay tuned for your local forecast coming up after the break.
Brandon Hatfield here covering TCU baseball, looking to complete the sweep over Murray State. Let's take a look at the highlights. TCU looking to complete the sweep on Murray State on Sunday. Brian Howard on the bump for the Horned Frogs in complete control. Nice strikeout there with a fastball, there with a breaking ball. Really nasty velocity on that one. Bottom of the first, Austin Wade at the dish, rips one down the right field line for a leadoff double. Next batter, Evan Skoug, chopper up the middle. Barely gets through, but he'll score Wade to tie the game 1-1. We go bottom 2 now. Mason Hess at the plate, double down the left field line, driving in 2 runs for TCU. A 4-run second inning for the Frogs, extending the lead 5-1. Howard's great afternoon required a web gem of a play by Elliot Barzilli there with a nice throw way over to first. Howard, whammy. Another one, whammy, whammy, whammy. Howard completely dominant, 5 solid innings, 4 hits allowed, 11 Ks. Also, the bats for TCU kept on rolling. Every TCU hitter but Josh Watson had at least 1 hit, and 6 of the 9 batters had an RBI. Big story was the red-hot bat of none other than Austin Wade. Perfect 5 for 5 afternoon, 3 RBIs, and the run rule had to come into effect as the Frogs pound Murray State with a final score of 13-2. The fans at Lupton absolutely loving it there, as you can see. Another nice double there down the left field line. Another nice hit right up the middle, just a nice line drive. That'll do it, folks. 7 innings, close out the game here, 6, 4, 3, double play. That's a nice way to end the game there in the 7th inning. Cutting it short. TCU now 26-5 record, and we'll have 4 games on the road this week, starting with Dallas Baptist on Tuesday night. The Horned Frogs with a 12-game win streak at the moment. With TCU Baseball, I'm Brandon Hatfield.
Rain or shine, TCU women's tennis hosts Oklahoma State today at the Bayard H. Friedman Tennis Center. TCU was coming off a win over Oklahoma this past Friday, making it their third win in the last 4 matches. Oklahoma State, on the other hand, is ranked 7th in the country and had a 6-match win streak before losing at Texas Tech this past Friday. This should be a barn burner of a match. Let's find out. As doubles start, it's back and forth. There's a nice TCU point right there. TCU was benefiting from the unforced errors this Oklahoma State team rarely gives up. Moving on to the number 1 doubles team for TCU, the pair of Zanofka and Arantikin. Here's a nice point from them after another Cowgirls error. But in the end, TCU had quite a few errors of their own, and Oklahoma State's depth was the difference, which they would take the doubles point. I had some downtime there, as you can see, to enjoy the free pizza, one of the many amenities of coming to a match at the Bayard H. Friedman Tennis Center. Fans of all ages are well taken care of and are more than happy in return to cheer on their Horned Frogs. Moving on to the singles matches, what a battle it was. After TCU would lose a match and give the Cowgirls a point, they answered with a match win of their own. This match was very tight and was going to come down to the number 1 singles match between Victoria Lushkova of OSU and Seda Arantikin of TCU. And their match was intense. The first set needed a tiebreak, which Lushkova won to take the first set. In the second set, Arantikin was locked in, winning set 2 6-3. In the third set was moving along when Arantikin left the court for a period of time, which left the crowd very puzzled. But after about a 10-minute break, she did return, but unfortunately, the 10th ranked player in the nation in Lushkova won the third set 6-2 and won the match. This also ended up being the winning point for Oklahoma State as they took the match 4-2. The head coach for the women's tennis team for TCU is Lee Taylor Walker. Walker is in his 3rd season with the Horned Frogs, and I got a chance to catch up with him after the match.
Coach Walker, what do you take away from a game like this? It's a really tough battle against a really talented Oklahoma State team.
Yeah, this weekend we got better for sure. We beat Oklahoma Friday night and then came down to these last 2 matches. And, they're number 7 in the country. So I just told our team we're trending upward. That's just the reality. And so we have a great feeling. I mean, it would have been nice to win this match, but I think what everybody plays, college sports for is for NCAA championships. And so when it comes to May, we want to be playing our best tennis, and we're trending up big time.
And as you guys are trending upward, from here on out, what can you take from today in going forward just for the postseason, essentially?
Yeah. Basically, just it's a constant question of who's confident on our team, how do we keep them confident, who's not, what are some things we can do with them to get them there. A month ago, we probably had 6 out of our 9 players not confident, and now we're probably down to maybe only 2 girls not confident. So it just takes individual work. Little pressure situations like this are good, but really it's just identifying each individual need from each player and getting it a little better. But
I saw Seda at the end. In the third set, she was down 4-1 and took a sudden exit. Can you kind of explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so, momentum in sports is pretty crazy. Within tennis, there's a lot of things that can happen. It's like after Seda won the first set, after Seda won the second set, their girl took a 10-minute bathroom break. We're allowed 1 injury timeout and 1 bathroom break in the course of a match. So Seda just felt like she needed to kind of hit the restart button. And compose herself. So, so she took it there and came back. And I thought came back with just a different mindset. Unfortunately, that last game was a deuce game and didn't go her way. But she's playing great. Seda competed at 1 the first half of the year, but didn't necessarily believe she could win, and now she's in a different place. She thinks she could win, and so she was beating a girl Friday night that's top 30 in the country, and going toe-to-toe with the top 15 player today. So
absolutely. 2 really competitive teams today at the Bayard H. Friedman Tennis Center.
What a competitive afternoon of tennis as 2 postseason-bound teams battle it out inside due to the rained-out courts. This really close loss should give the Horned Frogs some confidence for their home stretch of the year, and it seems as if they are peaking at the right time. From the Bayard H. Friedman Indoor Tennis Center, I'm Brandon Hatfield.